Okay. There we go. Looking good on Instagram. I'm going to check here because we are also streaming live on LinkedIn. We are streaming live on, here we go. We are streaming live on YouTube. It is happening, my friends. It is happening. All right, there we go. I just want to make sure I got everything set up and I can see everything. It's all looking good. It's all looking good. All right. There we go. Beautiful. All right. We're doing new things with technology, which I love. Thank you so much for tuning in, by the way. This is the Your Book, Your Voice coffee chat. And we do this every Thursday right here on Instagram, on LinkedIn. And we are now starting doing our coffee chat live streams on my YouTube channel, the Robert Lane Coaching YouTube channel. So there you go, streaming live on 3 different social media platforms. Boy, I tell you, technology is great. All right, thank you again for tuning in. This is again, Your Book, Your Voice coffee chat. I am Robert A. Lane, your host, and I am an audiobook coach and producer, and I specialize in helping nonfiction authors. So if you are a nonfiction author and you've written a great book and yet it is not in audiobook form, that's where I come in, all right, as an audiobook coach and producer. And this is where I will help you set up your recording space, narrate, record, and be published on Audible, Amazon, and Apple by the end of the 6-week program that I teach. So that's what I do as an audiobook coach and producer. On these coffee chats, I keep them pretty informal, though we do pick topics. And again, if there is something that you would like me to talk about in regards to the audiobook world, by all means, let me know. You can post a comment. You can, which I encourage you to do. I'd love to hear about what your nonfiction book is about. And if you have an audiobook or not, we'd love to hear about it. You can just put it in the comments and in the chats. But again, let me know if there are any topics about the audiobook world that you would like me to discuss, and I'd be happy to talk about it. So today's topic, by the way, before we do, because this is coffee chat, my friends, coffee chat. I got one of my favorite cups. It is my Snoopy hockey cup. I do like hockey. It is a sport I enjoy. There you go. Instagram, LinkedIn. This is from the 27th Senior World Hockey Tournament from 2002. It's an old cup, but it's a good one. And one of my best friends, Gina, gave me this cup, and I appreciate it. So cheers to you, by the way. I do want to toast you for just being awesome human beings and joining me on Coffee Chat. And hopefully you did your BYOC and bring your own creamer. Cheers. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So today's topic on this edition of the Your Book, Your Voice Coffee Chat is about the best person to narrate your audiobook is ... All right. So we're going to talk about that. A couple of things I do want to share with you quickly. First of all, I'm excited to share this with you. Just recently, just this week, been fortunate enough to be featured in CEO Weekly. They did a great article about my audiobook coaching program, Your Book, Your Voice. I have links for it on Instagram. You can go to my profile page and click the link to read the entire article. And of course, they're on LinkedIn. You can definitely check it out on my profile page as well. But thank you so much for CEO Weekly. Just wanted to do a shout out to them for their accolades and supporting and talking about the audiobook coaching program that I teach. So thank you so much for that. The other thing that I do want to mention to you is that every Thursday evening, you can join me for the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. And I do this again every Thursday. So today, being Thursday, our topic, as you can see there on the screen for LinkedIn is and YouTube, is audiobook prep for self-preparation, where we are going to dive into what you need to do to set up and prep to record your own audiobook. And that's our topic for the podcast tonight. It airs live. We stream it live on the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. So just go to the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. And they have a thing that says live. Just click that. You'll find this graphic. You'll see it there. Join me tonight. It's at 8 p.m. on the East Coast, 5 p.m. on the Pacific Coast. Join me tonight. We do this every Thursday, the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. Love to have you join. All right. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Now, when it comes to narrating your own audiobook, okay, you have three basic choices. Okay, so let's talk about those three choices. First is you, as the nonfiction author, you got a great book out there. You've made the executive decision because you are the CEO of you. So you've made the executive decision to say, hey, you know what? I want to turn my book into an audiobook because I want to hit that audiobook market, which is a very wise business decision for you to do. So you make that choice. Now, your first choice in regards to narration is, hey, I'm going to just narrate it myself. Now, when you want to narrate it yourself, of course, now you got to figure out, how are you going to do it? Are you going to set up your own recording space? Are you going to, have to rent a studio to record in, and then you're going to have to hire a professional audio engineer, audio editor who's going to have to do editing for your audiobook before you can even get it published. You'll have to set up your ACX account if you're going to be publishing your audiobook on Audible, Amazon, and Apple. You got to make sure everything meets the exact specifications for publication, or else Audible will reject it. I've seen this happen many times. So again, it's really important that you know what you're doing if you're going to record it and do it yourself. All right. But narrating your own audiobook is one option. Okay. Second option would be to hire a professional narrator. And I'm talking about a professional, and I really mean that because you don't want, a friend of yours or just somebody who says, yeah, I love speaking. Let me do that. I'll narrate your audiobook. You got to hire a professional, and you got to pay a professional to do it right, okay, if you go that route. Now, your third option, of course, is doing AI. Now, I know KDP's been doing this thing, we'll provide a virtual narrator, now you can go that route, but again, it's computer generated, it's auto generated. It's not a real voice, it's a fake voice, but you do have that as an option. Okay, so those are your three options: narrating it yourself, hiring a narrator, or going the AI route. Three basic options. Now, let's look at these. And I'm going to start backwards. We'll work our way backwards. Okay, so we'll start with AI. So this is the way I feel about it, and I feel very strongly about this. If you're going to go the AI route, you're doing yourself a disservice as an author. Okay, this is your business. You are an entrepreneur, right? I just said you are the CEO of you. You made the decision to narrate your own audiobook, which is awesome. However, if you go the AI route, you're cutting corners. And the reason I say this is, even no matter how great AI gets, the point is there are aspects of this auto computer generated fake voice that is not a pure representation of who you are as an author. There are subtleties that create your author brand. Your voice is already in your written word. When you're having an AI generated voice do your narration, it is not representing you. There are subtleties in the way you talk, the way you deliver, the way your energy is, your emotion, these factors that really encompass everything that makes you you. Okay, that is your author brand. Everything that is you is your author brand. And your pacing, your style, your emotion, again, those intangibles are so important. And that's what makes a great audiobook. Now, AI is not going to be able to represent you properly. And again, there's still issues with a lot of AI software that there's mispronunciations, and again, there are subtleties about how you do your delivery that it's not going to be able to replicate. Nobody can replicate you. Okay, so my advice to you is not to go the AI route, because it's not an accurate representation of you, and as far as I'm concerned, that's cutting corners. Don't cut corners of your business. Did you cut corners when you wrote your nonfiction book? I doubt it. I'm sure you went through everything to make it as professional as possible, especially if you self-published. Okay. Now, let's talk about narrators. Narrators are great. All right. So here's the thing, again, with using a narrator to narrate your audiobook. Again, it is not an exact representation or a good representation of who you are as an author. You can have the best narrator in the world. All right. When I did my book, where's my book here? Here it is. I have a book called Lights Action You, uh, which is published. And of course, there is the audiobook version of this. Now, this would have been great to have someone like Morgan Freeman or James Earl Jones or like a great voiceover person to narrate my audiobook. And they would be fantastic. But the thing is that it's still the narrator's interpretation, not yours. Okay? So there is a big percentage of the narrator emphasizing certain words or phrases or just the way that they deliver. You may say, hey, you know what? I wouldn't say it that way. So it's important that if you think, I'll just have another narrator do it, that may not be the best choice, okay? Because it's not, again, a representation of your author brand. Now, if if you don't have a voice or there is a physical issue in regards to you being able to narrate, that's one thing, all right? But if you're saying, oh, I just hate my voice, or I really don't want to do it, or I don't think I have the skills to do it, or I'm afraid of a microphone, it makes me nervous, I don't like public speaking, any of those are excuses, okay? Which brings me to the final choice, which we're going back to the first thing that I said, and that's narrating your own audiobook. And that is what I feel is the best choice. So the best person to narrate your audiobook is you. You, the author. You are the best person to narrate your audiobook. No one else. Again, number one reason, no one on this planet can replicate you. No one can tell your story better than you. No one can speak the way you do. Your energy, your emotion, your pacing, everything that makes you so unique. That's all you. The way you sound, your tonal quality, maybe you have an accent, maybe it doesn't matter. That's all what creates your author brand, and that's what makes you, which is so important. And I say this, all nonfiction authors need to narrate their own audiobook, and I'm a big advocate of that, okay? Because it is so important for you to be able to express yourself and have a representation of who you are as an author, okay? Very important. So, again, my opinion and what I'm an advocate for is you as a nonfiction author need to narrate your own audiobook. Love to hear your comments about it. Maybe you have been considering narrating your own audiobook, but you are like, I'm not going to do it. Why? I'd love to hear why and what is stopping you from you as a nonfiction author narrating your own audiobook. You can do it, okay? You can do it. Yes, do it. The do-it-yourself route can be overwhelming. It can be a hassle, which is why I do what I do as an audiobook coach and producer, to help you through the process, because it can be overwhelming. But you absolutely can do it, and I think you should, all right? Which also brings me to the Your Book, Your Voice audiobook coaching program that I teach. Just want to let you know what I do as an audiobook coach and producer, and how I help the authors that go through my program, how I help them record, narrate, and be published on Audible, Amazon, and Apple. Okay, so the way the program works is this. I work with you one-on-one, all right? And we work together for 6 weeks. You can set up your own recording space, do an awesome narration, market your book, right? We talk about marketing strategies as well. And you will be published. By the end of the 6-week program, your book is recorded and it will be uploaded for publication into Audible, Amazon, and Apple in 6 weeks. It doesn't take 3 months, 6 months, 6 years. It doesn't matter. It doesn't take that long. It only takes 6 weeks, and you can do it, and you do have the time. I'm working with an author right now. She has 5 kids, and she has the time to do her audiobook because you can. You really can. So I would love to talk to you about your book, find out about your book. I'm going to share with you this graphic here, which is to book a call. For those of you on Instagram, I know you can't see the graphic, but go to my profile page, click on the link, and schedule a free audiobook consultation call with me. And that's what this is. Okay. The link, by the way, is bit.ly/audiobook onboarding. Schedule a call with me. Let's talk about your book, because I talk to every author before I enroll anybody. And we talk about your book, what your goals are, what you want to do with your audiobook, where you want to market it, all those things, and then we get you enrolled. Okay, so uh, book that call. Book that call. So basically, the program works like this. I show you how to set up your own recording space, because you will record it in your own recording space. I provide you with the professional recording equipment, like this Shure MV7 mic, professional Sony headphones, everything that you need to set up a professional recording space that you will record your audiobook in. All right. The next phase, of course, is talking about and getting you to understand the fine art of narration and how to do a great voiceover and how to be authentic and compelling and be your true authentic self. And then the final phase is, of course, we do all the editing for you. All right. You send your audio to us. We edit it, we clean it up, we make sure it meets the exact specifications for publication, and then we do all the uploading for you into ACX so that you're guaranteed 100% to be published. No issues, no glitches, 100%. You will not be rejected. And by the end of the 6-week program, your audiobook will be uploaded, and usually takes around 10 days for them to make it go live. And then you're good to go. You're good to go. All right. It's that simple. So I would love to be able to help you with your audiobook. But again, as I was saying for this topic today, nobody is more qualified to narrate your nonfiction book and turning it into an audiobook than you. You are the best person to do it. And you do have what it takes. Part of the program that I teach, of course, does deal with, the mindset aspect of doing a great audiobook narration and being in the right frame of mind before you even hit that record button. But the beauty about it is that we take the hassle away from you. So all you need to focus on is just doing a great narration. Okay. I'm there for you every step of the way. That's why I coach you one-on-one. So go ahead and book that call. All right. The other thing that I do want to share with you real quickly is that I do have an audiobook narration reference guide. It's a free PDF download. Grab it. All right. Again, those of you on Instagram, you can grab yours on the profile, my profile page at the link there. Also, what else did I want to? Oh, yeah, here we go. The other thing is that you can always go to robertlanecoaching.com, and everything is up there. You can schedule your call. You can grab your free audiobook narration guide. All that stuff is there for you. Oops, let me put that scrolling graphic back there, and we'll take away this graphic here. There we go. All right. So anyway, there you go. Would love to talk with you about your book. Let me know. All right. Let's book a call. Again, those of you on Instagram, just go to my profile page. All the links are there. To catch the podcast tonight, to get your free audiobook narration reference guide, and to schedule a call with me. And let's talk about your book and get you enrolled into the Your Book, Your Voice audiobook coaching program. Because remember, you are the CEO of you. The decisions that you make as an author, you have a published book, you're an entrepreneur, you're a professional, embrace it because you are a professional. And making the decision to narrate your own audiobook is one of the best decisions that you can make for your author business. You need to give your readers and listeners options: ebook, paperback, hardcover, audiobook. Okay. And you do have what it takes to do a great audiobook narration. All right. Okay, my friends, look, if you have any thoughts in regards to this topic, or if there's something about the audiobook world you would like me to talk about on the next coffee chat, because we do this every Thursday, by all means, you can shoot me a message. You can put it down in the comments. Would love to hear from you as well. All right, so make sure you do that. And as we wrap up coffee chat for today, first of all, I am going to toast you again because you are awesome human beings. Cheers to you. I want to leave you with this, and I do this every time, and it's just really important because it just is. All right. So your assignment is when you're out and about in the world, okay, smile at a stranger, say hello to them, because that small gesture of kindness can be the one thing that makes somebody's day. Maybe they're having a bad day, you know, maybe they're having a bad day. And just that little gesture of kindness can just make the world a difference. And that's what we want to do, is make a difference in this world in a positive way. So that's your assignment. All right. Okay, my friends, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of the Your Book, Your Voice Coffee Chat. Again, don't forget to join me tonight for the Your Book, Your Voice podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. That's where it streams live. Of course, I do archive it on my YouTube channel, and it's archived on your favorite podcast platform the following day, but would love to have you join me live. All right. All right, my friends, have a great day. Be good humans, and we'll be talking to you soon on Coffee Chat next week. All right. Take care.